Senator Linares.
Thank you, Madam President. I would like to thank Senator Wickos, Senator Kane, our leader, Senator Fasano, for their efforts in getting in the room with the Democratic Party and negotiating this budget mitigation package. I do want to express my concerns about what's missing, and that is structural changes. People would ask, well, why are we in this position? And I've heard from folks in the building, well, it's because CPAC won't negotiate with the governor. Well, there are things that we can do in this legislature to make it more attractive for CPAC to renegotiate pension and health care with the governor, and I'd like to list a few of those things. We can reduce the amount that we have budgeted for overtime, which is over $200 million in this budget. We can reduce that significantly and be more responsible with our overtime budget. We could limit it to, say, $25 to $50 million. I think that would be a responsible move. We can also change the current way that we negotiate with unions for the out years, for 2022 and beyond. We can make that today if we wanted to. We can vote to make that statute law, which means that we could start voting on changes to union agreements for pension and health care for 2022 and beyond. Now, that doesn't solve today, but what it does do is it would encourage CPAC to come back to the table to negotiate with us the issues that we're facing with current pension and healthcare liabilities that are truly placing our state in continuous deficits, and we're continuously running into this problem, and it's likely we might see another deficit shortly after. We should be investigating privatizing certain agencies. There's ways that we can do that that would then encourage the governor to look at negotiating wages and bargaining agreements with CPAC as well. We should be looking to make sure that COLA, cost of living adjustments, reflect what private workers are seeing in the private sector. We're not seeing that here. And Connecticut Business and Industry Association has a list of regulatory reforms that I think would help spur our economy and grow jobs, which ultimately will be a revenue booster for the state. So those are the things that I think are very important that we as a legislature ought to be discussing. And although I understand that there is much agreement on these cuts, I think it is important for those of us who care deeply about structural changes, as we see how it will affect the long-term liability and fiscal issues in our state, that we address those concerns and address what those solutions are. And that's why I will be voting no. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. Will you remark, Senator?